Japan is a nation of some 127 million people. Many have no knowledge of Jesus Christ. Less than half of 1% are Christians. Japanese society is undergoing major changes with a shift from traditional values. Many have wholeheartedly pursued Western affluence and materialism, but now are finding frustration and emptiness that accompanies it. Neil Baway explains further.
We founded this mission in 1957 with the object of helping as many of the existing churches as possible. There are about 7,000 churches in Japan, but because their congregations are small, they appreciate us assisting them in their literature, videos, and evangelistic efforts. In recent years, we have learned how to bring the gospel to the young people of Japan by the medium of the English language. My son David is in charge of this exciting program. David, why don't you tell them something about this program?
The Japanese have a great desire to learn conversational English from a foreigner. We see this as a unique opportunity to share the gospel through the means of teaching English. Missionaries of the Japan Mission teach in more than 30 different locations, reaching out to hundreds of students every week in the Kansai region, the second largest metropolitan area in Japan. English classes enable churches to have an evangelistic outreach in their neighborhood, which draws people who would never have otherwise darkened the doorway of a church.
As we have researched the effectiveness of doing evangelism through the means of teaching English, we came across a startling statistic. More than 40% of the pastors of Japan interviewed said that their first contact with the gospel was through an English class.
Jesus met the needs of his followers. We're privileged to meet the needs of the people we come in contact with through the means of teaching them English. We have found English evangelism very effective because students have to come back over and over in order to learn English, and each time they come back, they also hear the gospel. There are many events during the year, such as special meetings and Christmas parties, to which the students are invited and influenced for Christ. There are also many other ways in which the missionaries of the Japan Mission minister to the students. Listen to Scott Kinoshita, who is one of our team, as he conveys the gospel message in song.
Every day they pass me by, I can see it in their eyes. Empty people filled with care, headed who knows where. On they go through private pain, living fear to fear. Laughter hides their silent cries, only Jesus hears. People need the Lord. People need the Lord. At the end of broken dreams, He's the open door. People need the Lord. People need the Lord. When will we realize people need the Lord? We are called to take His light to a world where wrong seems right. What could be too great a cost for sharing life with one who's lost? Through his love we all can feel all the grief they bear. They must hear the words of life only we can share. People need the Lord. People need the Lord. At the end of broken dreams, He's the open door. People need the Lord. People need the Lord. When will we realize that we must give our lives for people need the Lord.